My father was a very, very talented man. He came from nothing and made himself into something. My father was Aubrey Bodine. He was a Sun paper's photographer for 50 years. The Baltimore Sun newspaper, which at that time was one of the world's leading newspapers.
I've always been in newspaper work, although not in the sense that most people think of newspaper photography, as I only do the feature work for the Baltimore Sunday Sun.
I have his medals and trophies and ribbons, and there are hundreds all over the world. He was an honorary fellow in the National Press Photographers Association, as well as the Photographic Society of America. And this was a really big deal.
Roaming and probing around the state for the last quarter of a century for the Sun papers has provided me with a wealth of material, and there is still just as much or more to be photographed and written about.
Bodine finished his education in 8th grade. A family member got him a position at the Sun papers. He was a messenger in the commercial art department, next to where the photographers were. And Bodine would step up and say, how about I'll develop that for you and make a print. And they were perfectly happy to let the kid do it. Mind you, he's 14, 15 years old.
I can remember when virtually all directors of art museums were reluctant to hang photographs. Now we are confronted with another big advance, and that is color photography. So, for the sake of those men and women who have elevated photography to its high state of perfection, let us not thrust color on the public before it has reached the excellence of the monochrome print.
Nobody taught him anything, really. He joined the Baltimore Camera Club when he was 18. Just people who like to play with a camera on a weekend. He said he learned more from these amateurs than he ever learned from the professionals. People would write into the Sun, well, Bodine does really good pictures because he's got really good equipment. So he went out and bought a $1 Brownie box camera, which I have. And he took a bunch of award-winning pictures, and some of which, are me. Mother wanted to have a baby, fully expecting to have a boy. Mother said, where's my son? And nurse said, no, you had a lovely baby girl, and she's fine. No, I had a boy. So I guess you could say I was a disappointment right out of the box, literally. The first 12 years, I saw him really very little. He was on the road. When he did a story on the Eastern Shore or did a story in Western Maryland, he was gone for the better part of a week. And we were going, my pop's going to the country, my pop's going to the... We did not mourn his not being there. He was a difficult personality to live with. He had alcohol issues, and he had a volcanic temper.
Nancy, dear, it's this simple. I am beginning to crack up. Shortly, I will go to the office and finish a few pictures. After that, I'll go driving. Where, I don't know. Not to run away, but to simply and silently pray to God that He will spare and preserve our lives' meaning. Yours, Jennifer's, and mine. If I am late, please forgive me. God only knows my heart hangs heavy for the grief that I have caused you. You are blameless. With all my love, dear Aubrey.
Now, I was kind of a hard-drinking kid. I was foul-mouthed, still am. Potty-mouthed, oh yeah. The last time I saw my father alive, it was interesting. I was in my last year of college, and I'd wanted to be a lawyer since I was 11. I'm just an argumentative pain in the ass. Why not put that to good use? I said, my plan is to go to law school. He said, you'll be a lawyer over my dead body. And to which I said, then so be it. And then he died. Law didn't turn out as I had wished because I had panic attacks and threw up every day. So that dream got just shot to pieces. I saw an ad in the newspaper for stained glass classes. I thought, yeah, I'll do that. Why not? And I just fell in love with it. So I did stained glass for, I think, a good 12 years, which I have all over the house, including the lamp behind me.
Jen, dear, what few words I can pick out of your letters, I gather that you are busy and happy. Sometime when you think things are going tough, just remember your father went to work when he was 14. Anyway, I still have faith in you. Good luck, my daughter. With lots of love, your father.
My feelings about him have been very mixed. I admire his talent. It's hard to imagine how primitive photography was back when he was doing it, as opposed to what we have now. I mean, you could literally do on your phone a lot of what he could do. but one at a time, piece by piece, in a dark room surrounded by chemicals. No ventilation to speak of. Although, I look at other members of his family who were not dealing with chemicals, and they were even bigger assholes. So